generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Rosen will throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercept, and he caught it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. After the interception, here's Rosen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Set! 180. 152. Here we go. Mike 52.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
The Steelers
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, I couldn't find my fucking headset for shit.
The first carry for Wendell Smallwood. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better.
I know, I was so like, man, nigga play with the Dolphins, nigga got scared.
But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
All the win.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Ben going to give this one to Counter. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Roethlisberger will throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
That's what he specializes in.
And let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Yeah, that's what the X factor.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal
but this franchise
last
mode,
season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Yeah, that nigga got that deep ball when I committed to the run.
And turn things over to their D. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
That's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy
I was
here.
over because I was trying to pick it up, and I pressed try
with a
twice.
2nd and 6.
So he hurdled and got his ass smashed.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. And he hits Drake.
Yeah, that was bad.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will
There we
run
go.
us
He
down
fell
to the
backwards.
end of this first quarter of play. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
What?
51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
No, man. White men need to play quarterback alignment. You don't even do nothing skilled.
The Pittsburgh offense at the
Christian
line to
McCaffrey
start
must
their
got a
next
black
drive.
belt.
And last time they got 3
That's
points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal,
Man,
maybe the
these
offense
niggas
not
getting in there.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Damn.
Going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Wow. That's that nigga 3rd tackle for long.
I'm trying to collect. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That's why I said next year he gone. I don't give a fuck who I get from.
Blue 30.
That nigga get on my nerve. He be dropping too many passes. I'm trying to get him better. I'm trying to upgrade him. But he be dropping too many passes. Come on, y'all. Hurry the fuck up. Hurry up. Hurry up.
61.
on 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
I hit the wrong button, too, boy, because I tried to throw it to that tight end. I tried to throw it to that tight end, and I hit the wrong button. Yeah, that's who I tried to this nigga.
They did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not going to beat him in the next one.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And
hold him,
Juju. Get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Yeah, dude.
So first
you
and
know, we
10
got
now
all
from the
star
30.
I got one, but a lot of my linemen at least over.
Play fake to Connor. Now
Oh, shit.
Roethlisberger.
Pick it up.
Now big hit, and he lost the
I could have
football.
took
It's
that. I
loose.
could have took that.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's
I
often
could have
unusual
took that.
for the team that
I
lost
could
it
have
to
picked
get
that
it
up and been
back.
gone if I would have known
Because
he was going to scoop it like
this is the
that.
quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
Oh, yeah, I could have been
Everyone
gone.
else is
I
trying
didn't
to
know he was gonna
execute
scoop
what
it
they're
like
supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Check 52.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6.
Go.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Nigga, what your ass? For pushing
He's such
clothes
a
on.
good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
I'm like, this
The
nigga
better
treating me
route
like
runner
one of his
you are,
bitches.
the more confidence
hell
your guy's
no.
going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the
I
right
said,
spot.
hell no,
And they
no, he
connected
ain't.
there and picked up a first down.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They try again with Smallwood.
Damn, these niggas.
And once again, the
on that
Dolphin
run,
defense
dog.
holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, I'm in my homeboy sometimes. Sent the invites out the house.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal.
Watch left. He's down there. Black and third.
Now Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Man, my shit lagged
I was
in,
just about to say he
dog.
hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
And it's lag on my kick. I
So
think
with
it's
the
my
missed
game.
PAT
I need
in
to
his
clean my
rearview
foot.
mirror, he
It ain't
goes
my
back
aim,
out to kick this one off.
It just be pausing and shit.
And this will be a
Like, it just put a
touchback
little
as that
small
sails
pause and
over
that's
the
it.
end line.
I can't control my hand.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 30 on second down,
Yeah, we heard.
Rosen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Rosen looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism
Man, my
because you
fucking
and I
game
both
is
know
getting on my
the
nerves,
best athletes
dog.
on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
I just called the time. I'm going to just go for 2. Fuck it.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone.
Like, is it a way you could...
Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
I might have to reset the... No, I don't want to delete all my settings.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, a run with counter.
Oh, my God.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Blue 30.
59. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
Yeah, they
find
be
him.
on that shit.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. This one complete right side to McDonald. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, that's how that shit be feeling, though. Hey, be feeling that.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down.
Oh,
50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Going to look deep for Wilson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is Connor. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Black 30.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All day, dog.
8.
Mike, check.
Black.
Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's get off the field.
Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Oh, my shit ain't lagging.
A good sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. But not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2.
I mean, they know what I want to see.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Fights off the defender. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, and into the end zone.
Finally broke the
touchdown, Pittsburgh. Wendell Smallwood, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers,
my fucking game keeps lagging on my kicks, bro.
Goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
You got to get that cards and shit.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Nah, that ain't Ultimate Team. That's my team or something. I don't think they got that no more.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, it's Rosen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now it's Rosen looking. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Cowboy.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Oh,
and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Rosen now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a desperate, and my goodness, another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Right back to Cotter here on 1st. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on 1st down. Smallwood. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Like 80.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down, even.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3.
Yeah,
and they'll get to stay
needed to
home
do
again
that.
next week.
Big season
Meanwhile,
win
for
right
Miami, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.